Everything exploded in seconds. Angel Reese, the face of the Chicago Sky, just snapped in a way no one saw coming. During what should have been a routine timeout, Reese erupted, not just shouting, not just frustration. We're talking red-faced, rage, tears, and an emotional breakdown that left players frozen, coaches speechless, and the entire arena stunned. Right there on the national stage, in front of thousands of fans and millions watching at home. AngelReeses.com shattered, and the aftermath, absolutely catastrophic. But here's the twist, this meltdown wasn't just about one bad call or one bad game. According to leaked footage, insider locker room audio, and anonymous staffers, this moment was building for weeks. And now, the consequences could be irreversible. The team shaken. The coach, reportedly furious. The front office, in full-blown panic mode, trying to contain the disaster. And Angel, she's not just being talked about, she's being blamed for tearing the locker room apart. What really triggered this breakdown? Who was yelling back? And is this the moment the Chicago Sky finally admit they've lost control of their superstar? Keep watching, because what happened next was even worse, and someone secretly recorded the whole thing. Angel Reese didn't become a household name overnight. She earned it through grit, drama, and a fire that never seemed to burn out. From her explosive college run at LSU, where she clashed with opponents and lit up social media with every bold gesture, to becoming one of the WNBA's most talked about rookies, Angel has always been more than just a player. She's a symbol, a lightning rod, a storm in a jersey. When the Chicago Sky drafted her, they weren't just picking up a forward, they were bringing in a brand. Someone who could pack stadiums, dominate headlines, and give the franchise a bold new identity. And for a while, it worked. Reese's numbers were solid double-doubles, powerful rebounds, and that same trash-talking energy that made her a fan favorite. But behind the scenes, it wasn't all smooth sailing. The media painted it one way, Reese the rising star, but insiders whispered another story entirely. From the very start, tension was brewing between Angel and the coaching staff. Assistant coaches described her as uncoachable. Teammates reportedly grew frustrated with her emotional outbursts and refusal to take direction. And yet, because she produced on the court, management looked the other way. Then came the losing streak. As Chicago tumbled further down the WNBA standings, cracks started to show. During team practices, Angel was seen storming off the court. Video clips surfaced of her barking back at coaches during film sessions, and at least twice. She refused to participate in post-game huddles after tough losses. But nothing, and we mean nothing, compared to what just went down after the Sky's devastating loss to the Phoenix Mercury. After a game where Angel racked up another impressive stat line, but the team collapsed in the fourth quarter. All the pressure finally burst. Inside the timeout huddle, Coach Tyler Marsh was reportedly going over final adjustments. Tensions were already high. The crowd was restless. Players were drained. Then, out of nowhere, Angel stood up, shouted something no one could believe, and completely broke down in tears. What set her off? And why did multiple players reportedly walk away from her in the middle of the timeout? This wasn't just a bad moment. It was the spark that ignited a firestorm that had been quietly building all season. And now, with rumors swirling of suspensions, internal investigations, and a locker room in total collapse, everyone is asking the same question. Has Angel Reese finally gone too far? Because what happened after the outburst would drag the entire team into pure chaos. It was supposed to be a bounce-back game. The Chicago Sky was desperate for a win, and Angel Reese was coming off one of her best performances of the season. But what started as a hopeful night quickly spiraled into one of the most shocking meltdowns the WNBA has ever seen. According to multiple leaked sources from inside the team, everything exploded late in the third quarter. The Sky had just blown a 9-point lead, and Coach Tyler Marsh called a tense timeout. Cameras showed frustration mounting, but what happened behind the scenes was even more intense. Insiders say Angel wasn't just upset, she was boiling. While Marsh laid out the play on his clipboard, Angel stood up and cut him off mid-sentence. What she said next was reportedly so aggressive, Marsh froze. Players turned their heads in disbelief as Angel pointed directly at the coach and screamed, "You're the reason we're losing." Silence, shock. But then it got worse. As Marsh tried to calm things down, Reese smacked the clipboard out of his hands and stormed to the end of the bench. The moment was partially caught on national TV. Fans saw her mouth off and saw the clipboard drop. But what they didn't see was the full explosion that followed. That's when the twist hit. 3 veteran teammates, one of whom was reportedly, Dana Evans stood up and walked away from Angel. Right there in the middle of the timeout. No words. No eye contact. Just pure rejection. One insider described it as, the moment the locker room snapped. And then the whispers started. The team's done with her? She's lost the locker room, they're not playing for her anymore. The game spiraled from there. Chicago went on to lose by double digits, but the final score wasn't even the headline. The entire post-game press conference was dominated by what the hell just happened. On the bench, reporters pressed Marsh, who gave a vague, clearly shaken response. We're handling things internally, but that only fanned the flames. Social media went into a frenzy. The clip of the slap was posted and reposted. Fans took sides. Was Angel out of control or just tired of being failed by leadership? The Sky's official Twitter account posted a generic team loss summary, but comments were flooded with demands. Suspend her. She's a diva. Where's the accountability? And then, just hours later, the league dropped a bombshell. Angel Reese had been fined and suspended for conduct detrimental to the team. It wasn't just a reaction, it was a message, a warning shot. And while fans were still digesting the shock, another twist emerged. An anonymous assistant coach leaked a private group chat screenshot showing multiple players agreeing that Angel had crossed a line that couldn't be uncrossed. The locker room revolt was no longer a rumor, it was real, it was public, and it was just beginning. If the suspension shook the league, what came next blew the entire season wide open. Within 24 hours of the announcement that Angel Reese had been fined and suspended, the whispers turned into a full-blown firestorm. Not only had the Chicago Sky lost their star to disciplinary action, but now the entire team dynamic was unraveling in real time. First, a bombshell leak hit social media. An anonymous source, claiming to be a team staffer, dropped audio clips from inside the locker room just minutes after the now infamous clipboard incident. You could hear shouting, doors slamming, and most hauntingly, Angel's voice yelling, "Y'all don't care until I snap. I've been holding this team together, alone." And then, silence, silence. What followed next was even more damning. A video surfaced from an anonymous fan sitting just behind the Sky bench. It showed a clearly heated exchange between Reese and her teammates, with several players physically turning away from her The footage zoomed in on Marina Mabrey, who appeared to mouth the words, "I'm done with her." The video went viral in minutes. It hit 1 million views by noon, and then came the Twitter threads. One account claiming insider access to the team posted a thread titled "The Downfall of Angel Reese, What You Didn't See on TV." It detailed weeks of mounting tension, mispractices, shouting matches, and even allegations that Angel had been ignoring play calls in favor of freelancing. The twist. Several verified WNBA players from other teams liked the posts. Some even retweeted them with cryptic emojis, a silent but deafening nod that the drama was far deeper than the public had ever seen. And while the media tried to get ahead of the chaos, the Chicago Sky front office went completely dark. No interviews, no statements, no updates. Reporters outside the team facility claimed the mood was tense, unstable, and panicked. One journalist tweeted, "Never seen a WNBA team look this fractured this fast. There's no leadership. Just chaos." Even former WNBA legends chimed in. Lisa Leslie posted on Instagram, "Talent means nothing without discipline. Teams win championships, not individuals." While Swin Cash wrote, "Hard truth. If a locker room turns on you, you don't recover from that midseason." And just when fans thought it couldn't escalate any further, another shocking reveal dropped. A leaked report from the Chicago front office revealed that multiple veterans on the team had requested player-only meetings with ownership, the coaching staff. Their alleged demand: either Angel changes, or she goes. That's right. The drama had gone above the coaching staff and straight to management. Angel Reese, America's most talked-about rookie, the double-double machine, the viral sensation, was now at the center of a franchise mutiny. What started as an emotional outburst had turned into a battle for control of the entire team. And if you think it ends there, think again, because the next move from Angel Reese would leave fans speechless. The moment the story exploded across every screen in America, the entire sports world lit up like wildfire, and the reaction was anything but calm. Angel Reese, once celebrated as the future of women's basketball, was now the most polarizing athlete in the game. As soon as the suspension and behind-the-scenes leaks surfaced, social media erupted into a frenzy. Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok turned into battlegrounds. 1 viral tweet read: "She's not just hurting the team, she's dragging the entire league into chaos." It got over 400,000 likes and was reposted by multiple sports pages, sparking a brutal comment war. Fans clashed in the replies, some defending Angel's fire, others demanding her removal from the team altogether. One WNBA commentator tweeted, "Angel Reese needs to understand she's in the pros now. You don't get to slap a clipboard and walk away without consequences." But others rallied behind her, saying she was being unfairly targeted. They want Angel to be quiet, humble, and grateful. But when she shows emotion, suddenly she's out of control. Double standard much. ESPN's First Take dedicated an entire segment to the incident. Stephen A. Smith didn't hold back. Angel Reese's box office. But if she can't control her emotions, the Chicago Sky will implode from the inside. Even Caitlin Clark, Angel's biggest on-court rival, was dragged into the narrative without saying a word. Fans flooded her comment sections, accusing the media of playing favorites and wondering why she wasn't held to the same standard when showing frustration on the court. Meanwhile, WNBA veterans stepped in. Candace Parker spoke cautiously during a podcast. "There's a line between passion and disrespect. Once you cross it in a locker room, you might not be able to come back." The reaction wasn't just from basketball circles either. Major media outlets like TMZ, The Shade Room, and even Good Morning America covered the drama. Headlines ranged from Angel Reese meltdown to Chicago Sky in crisis mode. In the middle of it all, Angel Reese stayed silent. No tweets, no statements, no Instagram stories. That silence spoke louder than any words. And just as the world tried to process what was happening, another twist emerged, one that no one saw coming. Just when fans thought the situation couldn't spiral any further, it did. Late last night, a leaked audio recording surfaced and it sent the entire WNBA community into a full-blown meltdown. The alleged audio, which has now been reposted thousands of times on Reddit and TikTok, appears to capture Angel Reese screaming in a post-game locker room confrontation. Not just at her assistant coach, but at multiple teammates. In the clip, a voice matching Angel's can be heard saying, "Y'all keep blaming me like I'm not carrying this whole team on my back. If you're scared, sit down. But don't come at me like I'm the problem." And it gets worse. Another muffled voice believed to be a teammate snaps back, "This isn't college anymore, Angel. We're all tired of your drama." Boom. That was the moment. The final fracture in an already splintered team. Within hours, anonymous sources began speaking to sports blogs and YouTube channels. One insider claimed, "Half the locker room doesn't want her back. They're done walking on eggshells around her." This has gone from team tension to outright rebellion. And now, reports are swirling that the Sky front office is considering a trade, a move once unthinkable. That's right, the very player they built their marketing campaign around. The rookie sensation, the social media icon, could be on her way out. But wait, there's more. According to insiders close to the league, another player may have secretly recorded multiple team meetings and practices allegedly showing more volatile moments, yelling, walkouts, and emotional breakdowns. That footage hasn't leaked yet, but journalists are already whispering, it's only a matter of time. So now the question isn't just will Angel Reese be benched again, it's will she even finish the season in a Sky uniform? The franchise is officially in damage control, but for fans, the damage might already be done. And just when everyone thought they'd seen it all, something even wilder is about to drop. A bombshell interview is reportedly scheduled to air in 48 hours, featuring a former teammate willing to expose everything. You don't want to miss what's coming next. And there you have it, the chaos, the confrontation, the collapse. Angel Reese has gone from rookie phenom to the eye of the biggest storm the Chicago Sky has ever faced. From her sideline blow-up to explosive locker room audio leaks and the looming threat of a blockbuster trade, the entire franchise is hanging by a thread. But make no mistake, this story is far from over. Now we want to hear from you. Do you think Angel Reese has gone too far? Is this just passion being misunderstood, or has her behavior truly crossed the line? Should the Chicago Sky stand by their star, or is it time for a clean break? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's get into it, because fans are more divided than ever. Some say she's being unfairly targeted. Others say she's single-handedly tearing the team apart. Which side are you on? And don't forget, the most explosive part might still be coming. That leaked interview from a former teammate is set to air any moment now. And insiders say it's going to reveal the real reason the team turned on Angel. We'll be covering it as soon as it drops, so hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You do not want to miss what's coming next. If you thought this drama was wild, trust us, it's about to get even uglier. Until next time, stay tuned, stay locked in, and keep watching because of the Angel Reese saga. It's just getting started.